أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي ورواه العالمين لترى المقدم الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Can I request Sister Batul to come on the mic and refresh our memory what we did last week?
Assalamu alaikum.
Rahmatullah.
Yeah, last time we did, you taught us two kinds of sentences. One is Jumlatul Ismiya and the other is Al-Jumlatul Fi'liya.
Okay.
You taught us two types of sentences, right?
Yep.
And yes, yeah. Before starting the book 3, we did this. And so in Jumlatul Ismiya, like for example, if Al-Kitabul Jadid, Al-Kitabu Jadidun, yeah, Al-Kitabu Jadidun. For example, the book is new. So the noun, it has like the Jumlatul Ismiya, it has like a mubtada and khabar, that is the subject and the predicate. So the kitab will be the mubtada, that is subject, and the jadid is the khabar, that is the predicate. And then there was a verbal sentence, that is Jumlatul Fi'liya, whereas it starts with the verb. For example, like Kharaj Bilalun, like Bilal went out. So Kharaja, like it starts with the fi'l.
Correct.
And then, yes.
And
yes.
how far have we reached in the lesson number 1?
No, we haven't started. We
Correct.
didn't start it.
That's right. That's right. Now, lesson number 1, those who attended the Sunday class, Arabic through the Quran. So someone asked a question about inna. Oh no, that was the different. So okay, today's lesson is about inna. Inna is a particle now which enters a jumla ismiya. As Sister Batul has mentioned, a jumla ismiya is a sentence, a nominal sentence which comprises of two parts, a mubtada and khabar. Now, Sister Zainab Sharif, the mubtada and khabar, do they get, what i'rab does both of them get? Do they get both fathas or both of them get dhammas?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. When we say al-kitabu jamilun, are both of the al-kitab and al-jamil, do they get a fatha tanween or a kasra tanween or a dhamma? One dhamma tanween. What's the situation?
One zamma, the noun will get a zamma.
Yep.
And al-jamilun will get a zammatain.
Dhammatain, correct. So they are in the state of marfu. all khabars are marfu, whether it be one dhamma or two dhammas, both of the mubtada and the khabar are marfu. Clear?
Yep.
Now,
And
when,
also, sir, the
Yep.
nominal sentence always starts with the definite, yeah? The
Correct. That's right. That's right. So it starts with alif lam, the definite article. And I also mentioned the word hada can also, hada, dhalika, tilka can also come as a subject. 2. Number 3, I also mentioned all proper nouns, names of individuals can come as a subject. Number 3. Number 4, I also mentioned that anything which is mudaf and mudaf ilay, like kitabu Muhammadin, which is mudaf ilay, can also come as a mubtada as well. That is that. And then also the other thing which can come as a mubtada is pronouns. So I think it's number 5 now. Number 5 is pronouns. Huwa Zaydun. He is Zayd. So huwa Zaydun, he is Zayd, is subject. So this is another thing which I think I did mention as well. If I didn't, so I'm just mentioning this again. Is that clear for you? So these are some of the nouns which can come as a subject itself. Is that clear?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, can I request, who shall I ask? Can I request, who shall I ask? Sister Ismat. Sister Ismat from UK or Birmingham?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Salam. Now, sister, can you kindly read points to remember? So what this does, it's going to explain. So I'll explain it outside the lesson, and then you can read it. Now, the word al-kitabu sahlun. Al-kitabu sahlun. What does that mean? The book is
easy.
Correct. So when inna comes, it comes in a nominal sentence, and the first word al-kitabu, which has a dhamma, which is the mubtada, it changes the dhamma to a fatha, so it becomes innal kitaba. Okay, innal kitaba, and it would, and then the khabar, which was sahlun, remains sahlun. And what happens that when inna comes, they no longer remain subject and predicate, but instead they will be named ism of inna and the khabar of inna. So the mubtada, which was originally marfu, had a dhamma, al-kitabu. Now, because of inna being coming in the beginning of the sentence, it becomes inna al-kitaba sahlun. And inna gives the meaning of surely or indeed. Is that clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So certainly will also be in.
Yeah. Yeah. It means indeed or certainly. Correct, Sister Zainab Sharif. Right. Can you kindly read point number 1, and I'll get someone else to read point number 2. Go ahead, Sister Ismath. In this lesson,
we learn the following. Inna. In Arabic, there are 2 types of sentences. A, the nominal sentence, al-jumlatu ismiyatu,
correct.
where the first word is a noun. Example, al-kitabu sahlun. The book is easy. The noun which commences the nominal sentence is called mubtada. That's the subject, isn't it?
Yep.
Mubtada. While the second part is called the khabar, predicate. The verbal sentence, jumlatu fi'liya, wherein the first word is a verb. Example, Bilal, kharaja Bilalun, Bilal went out. The particle inna is used at the beginning of a normal sentence. Example, inna al-kitaba sahlun. Al-kitabu sahlun. Yeah, I should have said al-kitabu sahlun.
Let me make it bigger for you.
Al-kitabu sahlun, and that turns into inna al-kitaba sahlun.
Excellent. Inna al-kitaba sahlun. Correct.
Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Note that the noun after inna is mansub, that is, it has an ending. a ending. After the introduction of inna, the mubtada is no longer called mubtada, but is instead called ismu inna, and the khabar is called khabaru inna. Inna signifies emphasis. It can be translated as indeed, surely, no doubt, and verily. Not the following. If the mubtada has one dhamma, it changes to one fatha after inna. Okay. Example. Shall I read al-mudarrisu jadidun?
Inna al-mudarris. So al-mudarris, correct. Al-mudarrisu al-jadid. Al-mudarrisu jadidun becomes?
Al-mudarrisu jadidun becomes innal mudarrisa jadidun.
Excellent.
So su becomes sa. Okay.
Yeah.
Aminatu talibatun becomes inna aminata talibatun. Okay.
Correct.
If the mubtada has two, if the mubtada has two dhammas, they change to two fatha. Example, hamidun marizun. Inna hamidan marizun. Two fathas. You
Correct.
mean fatha?
Fatha tanween.
Okay.
That's what it means. The two fatha means fatha tanween itself.
Okay.
Next one, if the mubtada is?
If the mubtada is a pronoun, it changes to its corresponding mansub. Example, anta ghaniyun. Innaka ghaniyun.
What happens when anta comes? Anta means you. Is an independent pronoun. It's not attached to any noun. So what happens that when inna comes, we no longer use anta, but we use the attached pronoun for what would represent anta, which is the ka, like kitabuka, darabaka, he hit you. So that is the one which would attach to inna, and it would be innaka instead of inna anta. Inna anta is incorrect. Innaka is correct.
Yeah. It sounds correct, I think.
Yep, this sounds correct. Okay. Now, Jazakallah. Now let me. Can you choose another student to come on the mic? That's the easier way of doing it.
Okay, right. Zainab Sharif.
Sorry?
Zainab Sharif.
I already got a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Batul has help. I don't know, Batul. Dr. Shabir, Karim.
Yep, Dr. Shabir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Islam, Doctor. Doctor, now let's read for the mansub forms, all of the pronouns. So of course, I'll go to the exercise. Let me actually go to the exercise now because it's not appropriate if I skip that. Okay, let me show you. Just 1 second. So originally, when you have a sentence which had huwa in the beginning, and you want to say surely he, huwa plus when inna, huwa is joined with inna, it will become innahu. A sentence which began with hiya would become inna ha. So if you're going to continue this, this is how it will be. If the sentence was originally starting with anta, anti, and so forth, this equal is the abbreviation of this will be the new way of beginning the sentence when inna has been inserted in a nominal sentence. Go ahead, Doctor.
Wow, I think I'm going to get into problem here. Okay, let me just start. Inna huwa.
Yep. The abbreviation would be innahu. So when inna would come before huwa, it will no longer be inna huwa, but it will be instead innahu.
Innahu. Okay.
Next
all
one.
Right.
Inna plus
yeah, it will become innaha.
Correct.
And when you have
Can you translate in English as well? What's innahu mean? Surely he or surely it?
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
Inna huwa innahu. It has, yeah. Am I right?
Surely he or surely it.
Surely, okay. Innahu, surely it or surely he.
Surely it could be either indeed he or surely he, or surely it, depending
yeah.
upon whether it's referring to a human being or non-human. And inna plus hiya would be?
Innaha, it will be indeed she or indeed it.
Correct.
Inna anta, innaka means indeed you.
Mhm.
I don't know, what would you put in
Innaka means surely you. Innaka is correct. Innaka la'ala khuluqin azim. Surely you possess the best more ethic.
character.
Yeah, character. Next one.
Inna anti, innaki.
Correct.
Inna anti, innaki. Inna ana, innani, innani. Okay, you can write in either of it, right? Innani or innani.
Correct.
Next, innahum.
Innahum. Yeah.
Innahum.
Innahum remains innahum.
Yeah. Indeed.
Surely they. Innahum means
Surely they. Surely they, indeed they.
Yep.
Innahunna.
Correct.
Indeed, you too, right?
Excellent. No. Innahunna is the plural. Hunna means surely they all females.
Innahunna, indeed, they all females. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inna antum, innakum. Inna antum, innakum. You indeed, you too. Yeah. Inna antunna, indeed, you two females.
Correct.
Yeah. Inna nahnu, us.
Correct.
Indeed, us.
Excellent.
Next.
Now, what I'm going to do, Doctor, is this. What I'm going to do, I want you to now go back to the exercise and finish, continue with the exercise. Where shall we go? There we are. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it over here. And then I'm going to go to the other ones in a few seconds. But before I go any further, I'm going to do something else. Just give me 1 second. Right. Doctor, let's go. Let's do this surah together.
Okay.
Inna. Now, can you see this? Inna.
Inna a'atayna.
Exactly.
Inna a'atayna kal kawthar.
Exactly. So here, inna is coming, and it was, if inna wasn't there in the beginning of the sentence, then it would have been nahnu. Nahnu a'taynaka what? Al-Kawthar. Is that clear, Doctor? So because of
Nahnu a'taynaka
Kawthar, correct. Because of inna, when nahnu, before nahnu, inna comes, the nahnu changes to inna. As you can see, we did this just a minute ago. I try to relate to it because that's a very important. I related to the Quran that you understand. So inna plus nahnu would either become inna na or inna, like we see over here now. Inna. Is that clear? Is that clear, Doctor?
Yeah.
Now here, inna, the na, which is added to inna, is the ism of inna, and a'tainaka. So here, this verb, do you want me to send you this verb as well in the group, how to, the past and present tense?
Yeah, please.
Okay, now I will give me 1 second. And I want you to, Doctor, have you got your phone with you? Are you using your phone, Doctor, or are you using
the phone?
You're using your phone? Okay. 1 second. I'm going to send you the past tense for this verb, a'tainaka, so that you have the conjugation, because this verb comes very often in the Quran. And if you know the verb conjugation, it makes you, inshallah, be able to understand when it comes in the different formats in the Quran. So I'm sending you the past tense now. Just give me 1 second. So let's do a'ta. Let's do the past tense. A'ta, try to read the past tense forms. I've sent it to you. If you need help, I've sent you across. If you open your WhatsApp, I think you should be able to open your WhatsApp. If you just go to multi-screen, you should be able to open the WhatsApp. Or do you want me to send it in the group? Give me 1 second. Let me open the WhatsApp Zoom group. I'll send it in the Zoom. Just 1 second. Let me 1 second.
Ataina, wide ata. He gave. Ataina, ata, he gave. Huma, ataya.
Here you go, doctor. I've sent it in the group. So, huwa a'ta, he gave. Huma a'taya.
They gave.
They both gave.
They both gave, yeah? And
Yes.
then whom ataw,
Hum a'taw.
whom ataw, they
Correct.
gave. And then here
She gave. Yep.
she gave. And then huma, they
No.
gave.
So no, doctor. Let's translate. Hiya atat. Atat.
Here atat,
Correct.
she gave. Huma atata, they give. Ataina, hunna, ataina, they give. Anta, ataita, you give.
Correct.
Atatuma,
No. Hunna.
antuma, ataituma.
Exactly. Can you see this verb, doctor? A'tainaka. From the sixth form, from the all females, the ya becomes the sukoon, and all of the forms, the remaining them, a'taita, a'taituma, and continues. Go ahead.
Okay. Antuma, ataituma, you give, provide, you give. And then antum, ataitun, ataitun, you give. Then
Correct.
anti, ataiti,
Correct.
you give. Antuma, ataituma,
Correct.
you give. Antunna, ataitunna,
Excellent.
you give. And
Ana.
finally, ana,
Yep.
ataitu, I
Excellent.
give. And nahnu, ataina, we
Nahnu
give.
a'taina. Is that clear for you, doctor?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the same 14 we follow. Okay.
Yeah, so the same 14. Now, at least you know the past tense of inna a'tainaka. So here, is this helping you? Are you enjoying it? Or is
yes,
it?
beautiful, really nice. Yeah,
So I'm trying to relate it to the Quran as much as I can. And in book 3, in which alhamdulillah, which you have reached, I'll refer to many of these concepts back to the Quran, like I do in the other Sunday class. This class is more in depth in comparison to the Sunday class. Sunday class for yourselves and the rest of the group is more revision than learning new concepts. But so here, a'tainaka, now here, the ka is the attached pronoun, means that surely we gave you al-Kawthar, Kawthar itself. And as you know, the Kawthar is the dhurriyat of Fatima Zahra salamu alayha. And then,
Excuse me, sir. Will it be will it be verbal sentence or
what do you think?
Yeah, verbal sentence.
No
Yeah,
meaning.
Because of the verb, because of the file, yeah? Fail.
yeah, of na, but it's because it was originally nahnu, and as you can
Yeah.
see, inna is a noun, so it'd be jumla
Yeah.
ismi.
جملة
So it is
اسمية.
a
But
nominal
what about
sentence,
أعطينا?
right?
So it's
What
a
about
nominal.
أعطيناك?
Okay, this is a good question, and I was going to come to that question, or I pose this question, but you've asked me the question before I even goes and teach this. Okay, that's good. Okay, now let me explain. Now, inna, nahnu is the ism. In the na with inna is the ism of inna. Now, as you know that, or you may remember, or let me refresh your memory. You can have also for a nominal sentence where a noun starts, a jumla fi'liya, a verbal sentence come as a khabar. Do you remember that? Or if you don't remember, let me
Yes.
tell you. Yeah, you can have a mubtada in the beginning, and the khabar does not always have to be a noun. You can always also have a verbal sentence be a khabar for a mubtada. So here, أعطيناك الكوثر. أعطينا, نحن is the file, أعطينا, we gave. Ka is the object. Al-Kawthar is the second object. Is that clear so far?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both of these
Excuse
here.
me.
Yes, sister Fatima Aslam.
No, I'm Shanaz.
Sorry, Sister Shanaz.
Okay. So inna is the subject, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Subject, not subject anymore. It's called the ism of inna. Remember I told you? It said in this
Yes.
lesson.
اسم إن. اسم إن.
Isma inna, yes.
Then a'tainaka, a'ta is a verb, na is the fa'il, ka is the object, al-kawthar is the second object. Now this is called a jumla fi'liya, a normal verbal sentence. The verbal sentence is coming as the khabar of inna. Is that clear?
So verbal sentence can also have inna, right? Can have inna.
No, this is not a verbal sentence. The verbal sentence is coming as the khabar.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is a nominal
Yeah.
sentence, right?
No. أعطيناك الكوثر. This part from أعطيناك الكوثر, أعطينا is a verb. So it's a verbal sentence. So the verbal
but-
sentence is coming as the khabar
Object.
of
Object.
no,
Yeah.
not the object, khabar.
Khabar. Predicate.
Yeah. Predicate, correct. Object is maf'ul. Ka is the maf'ul of the verb أعطى. So whenever you have a verb, you have two things. You require a doer and a object upon whom the action has been done. So we gave you, ka is the object, first object, al-kawthar is the second object. And this is a verbal sentence.
I didn't get it because then what is inna? Who gave na? We gave. The we is the
Ismul inna.
subject, right?
Yes, na is the subject, correct, or the doer. Do you want the present tense of this verb as well?
Yes,
A'ta you.
please.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Excuse me.
Ji, Fatima.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
Yeah.
salam.
In like we say no, but Allah is the only like Allah has given to Rasulullah this.
Correct.
So it should be I gave, no?
No,
No, but Allah is saying about we, no? Sorry.
Yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Allah addresses himself, he addresses him as a we gave you. It's
Okay.
Arabic allegory.
Himself as
So in English, Sheikh, it's known as the royal we, isn't it?
Yes. So this is the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's given dignity from Allah. We gave you, and it's also given a expression of dignity to Rasulullah.
Okay.
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 So inna a'tainaka al-kawthar, and I've sent you the present tense as well of this word. This is a very important word. A'ta yu'ti. Now, Khair, A'ta yu'ti. Okay. The reason why I'm going to give you now, I'm going to also give you the imperative, the amr. How to make the amr of this verb. Do you know the reason why I'm giving the amr? Because in Rajab, do you know the dua Rajabiyah? يا من أرجو لكل خير وآمن سخط لكل شر يا من يؤتي الكثير
بالقليل.
exactly. So يؤتي يا من يؤتي oh, who gives. Yes, exactly. So yu'ti is the present, and then in the same dua Rajabiyya, in the last part, we say a'tini bi mas'alat iyyak jami'a khair ad-dunya wa jami'a khair al-akhirah. Yes, remember, doctor?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now I'm going to give you the imperative just because of that dua, because inshallah when you recite that dua, you'll remember me that we know that a'tini is an imperative of the verb a'ta yu'ti. So it's just for the barakah and the sadaqah jariyah. I'm going to give you the imperative. I wasn't planning to, but because I remember that dua and Rajab is coming close, and I'm going to give you the imperative. So when you recite this, you understand what you're reciting. So if who can I ask? Sis, can I request brother Sadiqa Aladina? Sister Sadiqa?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Sister Sadiqa, I'm just going to send you the imperative.
Yeah.
Actually, imperative. I want you to do the present tense.
Okay, the Mazi one.
The present tense. Yu'ti. If you look in the group.
Okay. You have it on the. You sent it on the WhatsApp.
I've sent it the WhatsApp, and I will send in the Zoom group as well.
Okay. 1 minute.
Sadiqa, your reception is not that clear.
No, I got it. I'm just looking the WhatsApp. It's they gave Atina.
No, start from Yu'ti. No, start from. Sorry, my mistake. I'll send you the wrong one. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Just 1 second. So just send.
Yes.
The last one in the chat box. This is the present tense verb.
Okay. So he gives. Huwa mu'ti. He gives.
The huwa yu'ti. A'ta yu'ti.
Huwa yu'ti. He gives. Huma yu'tiyani. They give. Hum yu'tawuna. They give. Hiya tu'ti. She gives. Huma tu'tiyani. They give. Hunna yu'tiyani. They give. Anta tu'ti. You give. Antuma tu'tiyani. You give. Antum tu'tiyuna. You give. Anti tu'tina. You give. Antuma tu'tiyani. You give. You all give. Antunna tu'tiyani. You give. Ana a'ati. I give.
Ana u'ti.
Ana u'ti. I give. Nahnu nu'ti. We give.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Thank you ever so much. Can I request also Fatima Aslam?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you do present tense for me?
Yeah.
Again.
Which you sent just now, this only, same one?
Yes, that's right. Yu'ti.
Okay, 1 second.
It's on the screen as well.
No, it's not on the screen. It is the Surah Kausar is there on the screen.
No? Okay. Let me 1 second. Let me just change it again. I thought I had it on the screen. Give me 1 second. Have a look now. It should be on the screen now.
Yeah, it's there. Okay. It is he gave is Ati.
No, yu'ti. He
Yuti.
gave yu'ti, yeah.
You. Kaya atina.
Tense, yuti, no?
Yeah, yu'ti.
He gives. He gives.
Yeah, he gives, yes. Continue.
Okay.
Yu-
Yuti.
Yep.
Then so
Continue.
atina.
No, yu'ti, yu'tiyani, yu'tuna.
1 second. Okay. You give, it is yuti. Then
No.
yutina,
No,
you
no, no.
two give. Huh.
No, 1 second. Yu'ti, he gives. They both
Okay,
give
yeah.
yu'tiyani. They
Yuti,
all
he
give.
gave. Huh. Yuti, you both gave. Yuti, he gave. Yutina, you both gave. Huma. Whom? Yutuna. It's gone.
Yeah, I'm just trying to try again because someone messaged that they haven't received it. So
Okay.
yu'ti, he give. Yu'tiyan, repeat with me. Yu'ti, he gives.
Yeah.
Yu'ti, he repeat. Yu'ti, he gives.
Yuti, he gave. He gives.
Yeah, and yu'tiyani, they both give.
Okay. Yutiyani, they both give.
Then hum yu'tuna, they all give.
Yeah.
Then
Whom?
he,
Yeah.
she,
He,
hiya,
tu-
tu'ti,
okay. Tuti, she gives.
and they both give. Huma
Tutina.
tu'tiyani. Huma,
Tutiyani.
and then hunna yu'tina. Hunna
Unna yutina.
yu'tina. Then you one male
Anta.
gave anta tu'ti.
Anta tuti.
And then you both males gave antuma tu'tiyani.
Okay. Antuma tutiyani. You
And
both
then,
male give.
yeah, then antum
Antum tutuna.
tu'tuna. Exactly. And then you one female gave is anti
Tutina.
tu'tina. And then you both females
Antuma
give
tutiyani.
exactly. And then antunna
Tutina.
tu'tina. I give
Antunna tutina.
antunna tu'ti.
Yeah. I give yuti.
Oti.
Oti. Okay. Oti. And we
And we
give
give nu'ti.
nahnu nu'ti. Okay.
Exactly. Jazakallah. Thank you. Can I request Brother Muhammad Walji to come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, good. Thank you. Yourself?
Alhamdulillah. So
Good.
now the imperative for this verb, as we recite in Dua Rajabiyah, we say a'tini. A'tini. The ni, the noon, and the ya at the end, that is used for give. You give me. When you talk Allah subhanahu, you say a'tini. You give to me. A'tini bi mas'alati iyak. A'tini bi mas'alati. You give me in my affairs. Mas'alati iyak. Jami'a. All of goodness in the dunya and the hereafter. So a'ti. When you want to say someone a'tini, give me. If you want to speak to someone and you want something from someone, you'll say a'tini, give me. So anta a'ti is imperative. Can you see on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so this one here, can you conjugate? There's 6 forms for the imperative. So anta a'ti means you give. Continue, please.
Antuma a'tiya.
Correct.
You both give. And antum a'tu. Anti, you feminine, a'ti.
Correct.
Antuma a'tiya.
Correct.
Both feminine. And antunna a'tina.
Antunna a'tina. Excellent. Jazakallah. Thank you ever so much. Let's go back to the book. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me find the file. The reason why I'm doing it this way, because sometimes it's easier to teach outside the lesson. Now, Brother Muhammad, I'm going to give you Surah Qadr and explain to me what's happening here. So let me just make the text more or less it. Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Now, it's very similar to what I'd said in Surah Kawthar. Now here, Bismillah, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna, now, first ayah, tell me where is the ism of inna and where is the khabar of inna?
Okay, so the ism is in inna, and
Yep.
then the khabar is anzalnahu.
Correct. Anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. So all of this sentence is a, what type of sentence is this?
It's nominative.
Anzalnahu.
Anzalnahu. It is.
Is it a noun or
verbal?
verb?
It's a verbal.
Yes. Why is it a verbal?
Because of the basically the anzalnahu is doing. So
What do you mean doing?
it's like a doing verb. It's the verb, so it's an action.
Exactly. Yes, it's a past tense verb.
Yeah.
So surely we anzalna, we revealed it in the night of.
Can I ask
Yes.
one question?
Go ahead.
Now, why not nominal? Because we've got nahnu there, which is abbreviated.
So good question. Let me repeat this again. Now, like I said previously, so originally, if inna wasn't there, it would have been nahnu anzalnahu. Because nahnu is the beginning of the sentence, and when inna comes in the beginning of a sentence and a noun starts with a pronoun like nahnu, huwa, and whatever, when inna comes, the nahnu would change to an attached pronoun and it becomes inna. So inna itself is a nominal sentence, and na is the ism of inna. Anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. As you know, anzala, so the verb anzala, huwa anzala. Huwa anzala means he revealed. It's a past tense verb, and this is a verbal sentence. So this verbal sentence is coming as the khabar of inna.
Okay, so who is the doer, isn't it?
Who?
Anzalna.
No, anzalna.
I'm not getting this. Even I can't understand this.
Okay.
Sheikh.
Okay.
Excuse me, Sheikh.
Yes.
So, Assalamu alaikum.
Bismillah.
So this whole sentence, inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. So the whole sentence is nominal. Is that correct?
No, verbal.
No. From anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr.
Yes, that is verbal, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But if inna
the
comes,
whole
it becomes
sentence-
nominal. Yes, that's what even I'm trying to understand.
That's right. So because inna is coming in the beginning of the sentence, the whole
Yes.
sentence will be classified as a nominal sentence.
Nominal,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right.
But
Yeah.
from anzalna, it becomes a verbal sentence, right? If
Excellent.
inna is
Correct.
not included, then it becomes a verbal sentence.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, Sister Fatima. Sister, now can I request Sister Farida come back on the mic?
Excuse me,
Yes.
Sheikh.
Yes. Now, Sister Farida, I want you to
Yes.
conjugate anzala, all of the 14 forms for the past tense. Anzala.
Okay. So anzala, 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 anzalu,
Correct?
an
Anzalat.
anzalat, anzalta,
Zalata.
Anzalata.
anzalata, anzalat,
Anzalna.
anzalna. No. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then anzalati,
No, anzalta.
anzalti,
No, anzalta. The anzaltuma.
anzaltuma, anzaltum,
Excellent.
anzalti, anzaltuma, anzaltunna, anzali,
No,
anzala,
anzaltu.
anzaltu, anzalna. Correct?
So anzalti, anzaltuma, anzaltunna. Ana anzaltu.
And nahnu anzalna.
Exactly. Nahnu anzalna.
Yeah.
So here,
Okay.
anzalna, we revealed it. It is referring to the Quran.
Yes.
Fi is a preposition.
Shin, yeah.
Laylati is getting the kasra because of fi.
Fi.
And Laylatul Qadri is mudaf ilay.
إليه.
Night of
Okay.
the Qadr. Night
قدر.
of the Qadr. So it's mudaf ilay. So surely we revealed the Quran in night of the Qadr.
قدر. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Thank you. Yeah.
Excuse me,
Thank you
Sheikh.
so much.
Yes, Sister Fatima. Sister Janaz Aziz.
Excuse me, Sheikh.
Yes, Sister.
Anzala
Yep.
is the past tense. So
Correct.
the root word will be nazala, right?
MashaAllah, Zainab Sharif, excellent. Nazala is the root word, yes. So we added the alif additional to make it, to change the meaning. That's right. So alif has been added to alter the meaning. That's correct.
So if we have added the alif, doesn't it change it to imperative?
No. So we have, so with the imperatives, okay, let me explain. So what happens, there's two things. All of, very good question, and this is very, I have to think of how to answer your question in a way you'll understand. So you have a 3-letter verb. So minimum letters for a verb are 3 letters, nazala. Okay. Now, nazala is a 3-letter verb. Now, if you wanted to, so we have a 3-letter verb, and then what we have also in the Arabic language, we have additional letters which we add on to a 3-letter verb. For example, let me choose the verb ghafara. Ghafara means he forgave. Is that correct, Sister Zainab Sharif?
Yes.
Ghafara, he forgive. Now, if I wanted to have the meaning of I seek forgiveness, I seek forgiveness. Now, ghafara means he forgave. It doesn't gives the meaning of seeking forgiveness. So far, are you with me?
Yes.
Now, to get the meaning of seeking, now what the Arabs have done, they have certain patterns which will give the meaning of seeking, certain patterns for giving the meaning of mutual correspondence. So if you want to get the meaning of seeking, you would add alif, sin, and ta.
Astagfartu.
Okay.
Who is saying that?
Shahnaz.
Shanaz Manji, excellent.
Yes.
Istaghfara, correct. So istaghfara, yastaghfiru, istighfar. As in Salah, we say astaghfirullah Rabbi. And istaghfara is the past tense. Is this clear so far?
Yeah.
Now, this alif here, the root word is nazala. Nazala means it descended or it came. But if you want to say that someone made something come down, someone made something else to come down, that Allah causes the Quran to come down. So we will not use nazala, but we need to add alif to give the meaning of causing to something to be revealed. And we add the alif, anzallahu.
Sheikh, can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
What would اغفر mean? So in Dua Kumail, it's اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء. What would that mean?
Okay, let me go to that question in 2 minutes. Is this clear, Sister Zainab Sharif, so far? So this alif here, nazala means mount or descend. Now, if you want to give the meaning of he caused the revelation to come down, we add the alif in the beginning, and anzala is the past tense verb, and yunzilu is the present tense verb. Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you so much.
And the imperative for anzala, just give me 1 second. Have I sent the past tense in the group? Anzala. Let me just check.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he sent.
Okay.
He brought down. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to send you just the imperative. Now, the imperative of this verb is anzil. So the imperative of this verb is anzil. Okay, so this alif here, I'll explain this maybe a few weeks, in a few lessons time. So the imperative is anzil, anzila, anzilu. I'll give you an example. Okay, brother Muhammad, Bismillah, come on the mic.
Yes, sure.
Now, the verb dakhala. Remember dakhala?
Yes.
Dakhala means he entered, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, if I wanted to give the meaning to insert or cause something to be, cause something to enter, I would add a alif in front of dakhala, and it would become adkhala. Like nazal, it becomes anzala. Ad-dakhala becomes adkhala. Okay. So adkhala yudkhilu. Adkhala yudkhilu. So when alif has been added, the present tense comes on this pattern of anzala yunzilu, adkhala yudkhilu. And in the dua of Mahi Ramzan, we say Allahumma ala ahli al-qubur. What is the word we use? Allahumma something.
Adkhil.
So this word adkhil, it's an imperative.
Right.
For a 4-letter verb. So all of the 4-letter verbs, when we make the imperative, the alif which comes in the imperative will come with a fatha, and the last letter will be a sukoon, and they'll come on the pattern of adkhil, anzil. Okay, that's in regards to 4-letter verb. Now you ask the question, ighfir liman la yamliku illa du'a.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, this is an imperative. So, ghafara yaghfiru. Ghafara yaghfiru. Now, ghafara yaghfiru. Now, do you remember the lessons we did in Shahr Ramadan, or can you vaguely remember? I spoke about the imperatives.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, let me send you this verb conjugation. It's good that you've asked this question because we do something which is old, and old is gold. So let's revise that as well.
Sheikh, is it that when it is alif, it is like amr?
Just 1 second. Yeah, this is now. Let me just send this. Okay, just one. Now, ghafara yaghfiru. Now, where is the imperative normally made from?
Sorry?
The imperatives are made present tense. You remember that?
From the middle word, right?
Yes, from the second, from anta taghfiru, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, in anta taghfiru, as you remember, I mentioned this in Ramadan, that when you make the imperative from a 3-letter verb, the ta's in the front of the present tense verb are removed. And the last letter, which has a dhamma, that is also removed. So, and because of the ghain coming with a sukoon, and it's a letter which is silent, you cannot read the letter, you cannot pronounce it, you cannot read it. So because of that, you bring hamzatul wasl. So because the ta is removed, we bring hamzatul wasl. Now hamzatul wasl comes in front of taghfiru. Now the harakat of the hamzatul wasl is dependent upon the middle letter, which is the fa. If the fa comes with a fatha or a kasra, the hamzatul wasl comes with a
kasra.
Exactly. And it comes with a dhamma. If the fa came with a dhamma, if it was taghfuru, then the hamzatul wasl comes with a dhamma. So ighfir is because the fa has a kasra, the hamzatul wasl will be given a kasra in the imperatives. So it becomes ighfir liman la yamliku illa du'a.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
Is that clear?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay. I'm just going to leave it as it is and complete the class at this point, and inshallah we'll continue next week from where I've finished off. Please, I want you to write these verbs out in your own handwriting and write the translation. If you want me to fast track you to understand the Quran, write these verbs out, record yourself, and send it across to me, because this will really help you to fast track your understanding. If you don't do these homeworks, it will take longer for you to understand the Quran.
So you want us to do the
Right, I hope today's lesson was beneficial and enjoyable, that now you're becoming closer to the Quran and trying to get some grasps of some translations or direct translation, which you're doing yourselves now, inshallah.
Difficult little bit.
Very difficult. Confusing.
Of course, this is the first lesson. It's going to be difficult. But
inshallah.
It will become easier, inshallah, okay?
Inshallah.
Muhammad, can you recite Dua Faraj to end the session, please?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا وظليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توعا وتمتئه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. جزاك الله خير الجزاء.
Thank you, Jazakallah.
Thank you so much.
Revise this and everything what I've done. I'm going to test you next week because I spent the whole lesson teaching you things which are important, and inshallah, Anzala, Yunzilu, these things I'll cover again next week because this is important. And I may teach this group different from my other groups just as an experiment whether this works out as well. So I may teach yourself in a different format than the other classes.
Okay, Jazakallah.
But
please check, please hear our homework, okay?
No problem. Just message me as well, because sometimes what happens, I get so many messages and sometimes it gets up and down. So, or email, send me a message to Shanaz Aziz, and I will be able to check it on my email. Emails are easy to follow and see who has done the homework as well, okay?